You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dini Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Yo, what is up, and welcome to another awesome episode of Vigilantes Radio. I'm your host, dini-mussolini, and we have a very, very special guest, so you should definitely stick around for that. Alright, are you feeling discouraged? You know, you've been focused, you've been disciplined, you've made the effort day after day, month after month, year after year. You've given your best, then gone back and even given some more. And yet you're still not there. Some days the goal seems closer, other days the goal seems farther away than ever. How do you keep going? Indeed, why should you keep going? Because much of the value of your goal is not in the attainment, but in the pursuit. Certainly the attainment is important, yet if the end result could be had without the effort, of what value would that be? You're striving towards a goal. Results certainly do count. Still, you've already reaped many of the benefits, even though the desired result is not yet within your reach. Do you want to continue learning and growing and gaining strength and enjoying the positive benefits of your focused, disciplined actions? Or do you want to give up after already investing so much? That's your choice. But either way, you're ahead of where you started. And when you continue on your sure and determined path, doing whatever it takes, you will eventually reach the desired destination. Keep going, not so much because of where you'll end up, but because of what you'll make of yourself in the process. Take that from me, dini-mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond.
You're live in the mix. Let's get this started.
Yo, hello, and welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Music, or Inside the Book. Inside the Business, where we dive into the minds of the people who create marvelous things. It feels so good to be back with you guys once again. So one time for my people who are indigos, crystalline, or starseeds, or for my Vigilantes audience family, and 2 times for my people who are vegetarian or vegans. If you're like me, we are averaging over 37,000 live listeners, and we've been at this for 4 solid years. I appreciate all you guys who've been rocking with the kid on this journey, and we are still evolving, baby. It is all because of you, most definitely. We are the people who have dedicated their lives to music, spirituality, business, literature, art, movies, and research in every aspect, and we want to allow you an opportunity to tell your story. Man, we've had celebrities on our show, from Grammy Award-winning artists to nominees to actors, comedians, CEOs, technology geniuses, visual artists, from authors to professors and aliens. Or people think they're aliens. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. Come on our show and talk to me. So check it out. To book an interview or just to share a real cool story, email me at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. And that's V as in Victor. I'm passionate about what I do, just as passionate about what you do, and together, yes, together, we can get your voice heard by the people who should hear it. So let's create something incredible. You know the number to dial, 701-801-9813. Text that number to your buddy right now and tell them to tune in to connect with us or our guests, or you can hop in the mix directly from our website, onlyonemediagroup.com. Right from the homepage, you can slap that go live button and you'll be right here live in the mix and in the chat room with all of us. Feel free to shoot over some questions to ask our guests while they are here, but only as time permits. Sometimes my guests and I talk entirely too much and we take up the entire hour. And as always, all episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/onlyonemediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, or any app from the Google Play or iTunes store, or over at our website. And that goes for every single episode that we ever aired.
All right, guys, welcome to the show. We have a very special guest. Like I said before, you're definitely in a treat. But communication, that's the heart of music, isn't it? What started as an underground common thread to a few has now been long-standing within the mainstream of music. But that element of communication and shout-outs to the masses remains. I want you guys to meet Phreeboy, an artist from Canada that's a focused wordsmith, great storyteller, superb artist that's not only in his music, and hopefully we'll get a taste of it here in this very interview. So guys, with that, let's go ahead and welcome him to the show. Hey man, you're now live in the midst with all of us. How's it going?
I'm doing good. How's you guys doing, man?
Hey, doing great, man. Thanks for asking. Most definitely, man. 2020, we are here, man. Are you excited?
Super excited, man. My heart is beating faster than money flows in the economy, man. Trust me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, man, you're more than welcome to correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like a pretty exciting time to be Phreeboy. You've got music going, good times. So tell us a little bit about your EP. It's called Last Try Attempt 1. Tell us what all went into the recording of it, where did it happen, how long did it take, all the good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, the concept of the title is Last Try Attempt 1 is that I think a lot of times people are very scared of public humiliation. They're scared that their failure might come to public. So sometimes when you even talk about your dreams to people, people are scared to say this is exactly what I'm attempting, because they think if they fail at that one time and people know about their failure, that would be the end of it. But sometimes you just have to let people know, this is the last time I'm doing it, but this is the attempt 1 of the last try. So for sure, there has to be attempt 2. This is the last time I'm doing it, but this is attempt 2. This is attempt 3, attempt 4. They have to get you have to, you kind of have to reprogram your mind to what failure does. It's like eliminating what doesn't work,
Right.
But without having the public, if you fail and everybody is looking at it, you shouldn't look at it as I failed in front of the public, as you failed in the public was watching while you were doing it, so next time what not to try or where to start from, So it's really telling people not to not to get stuck at at how people perceive your dreams type of thing.
Most definitely, man. Most definitely. I like that. And also, man, tell us about that moment in time that you saw someone live or heard something that moved your soul to the notion that music was something that you just had to pursue in your life. Tell us who or what inspired you to get started in music.
Oh, well, first, in terms of music, I started at church. My mom had a choir, a youth choir, so I think that's where I got my foundation for music. My mom, she was teaching us all the keys, all the things to do, not to do. It's really the foundations of music, how to learn your notes properly, how to get people to sound a certain way, so the final the final product sounds proper, so that musical foundation came from there. But the first hip-hop rap song that I've ever heard in my life was Eminem, Slim Shady, May the real Slim Shady please stand up. That was the first time. I think I was maybe 10, and I was yo, this is crazy. The cadence of it, different from the church music. Church music is very, it's very like melodic and but this one it's like it's to move more. So before, the way I saw music was very like it was like it had to please the crowd, it had to flow amongst like people. But then when you hear hip hop and you could express something different than what's coming to the ear, I was like, oh, okay, I have to get to this. So the part of me that kicked in is like the word far will rhyme with the word car, bar. It would always rhyme regardless of who says it. The question is like, why should someone hear it from you? Like, what are you going to put in between those words that's going to make it interesting for it to hear it from you? So it all comes down, like when I first heard of like other like even African artists, Joseph Shabalala and all of those live concert artists, that's what made me want to like, yes, I want to do that. I want to, the music is touching something, not the person, like not like when someone is listening to music, he's bumping his head, but it's touching something that's not tangible. That's what I like to do, like touching the untangible things in the human to motivate them to do something,
Most definitely. All right, man. Of course, here we are in the now, in the moment where the gears have shifted for you. Music became a journey that you took upon yourself, being inspired by our first hearing Eminem. This is a huge, tremendous, exciting journey to take, I would think. So tell us about the inspiration behind your song title, "A Dollar and a Dream."
First and foremost, coming from West Africa, like every kid's dream is like is to go to Canada, go to the UK, go to America, like that. That was every African kid's dream, to go to abroad, and it was marketed in a way as if like literally almost heaven to us, and then when you migrate here and you realize it's not, you understand what marketing is, and you realize that waking up to a reality is the nightmare. You don't want to continue to wake up to, it's like you rather stay awake than to dream of something better than what you're living in, waking up to that nightmare. So like when I was growing up in Montreal, like I understood that money makes a difference in people's lives. Like it might be just paper, and it is just paper, but it tells you what kind of lives you can live. And it's not that important, but it is at the same time. So it's like even in your dreams, sometimes you feel like someone is marketing a lifestyle to you, even in your dreams, and you wonder if it's you that's marketing something that you wanna, a lifestyle that you wanna live, or you even ask yourself like, why is my brain showing me these videos while I am unconscious in my sleep? Like why do I have to chase these dreams? Like, and you realize that you need money to chase certain stuff, but at the same time you can't make no money while chasing money, because you're gonna run out of breath, So it's the music itself is to help you get up and do what you want to do. It's like you don't want to do it, but because you have to do it and you survive, it's to push you to get up in that morning. It's a get up call, basically.
Most definitely. All right. So what makes this time around in music stand out from what you've recorded in the past?
The process is really the process, and with who I'm doing the music with. Before, I just wanted to show my friends, hey, look, I could put words together really nicely. I can put these words together really nicely. I can sound like that guy. I can do this. But now it's really putting all my experience, all the things that I've learned with not just with music and life, with people, and into this. It's the process. Sometimes it's just the writing process is even different. Everything is discussed. Like it's not. I'm putting out something that's not just my voice. It's other people's like work that you hear, the instrumental, the thought process. Is really the process that changes. The people that I'm doing it with, the encouragement that I'm getting from my team to get this done. That's really the change. The time for it to be done is like it was now, because I couldn't have done it in any other time, in any other place.
Okay, most definitely. All right. So, how do you feel you have evolved and grown as an artist from the time that you recorded your first record to the current one?
Okay, can you repeat that?
Yes, I said, how do you feel that you have evolved and grown as an artist from the time that you recorded your first record to your most current record?
Like the first time I ever recorded anything, ever recorded anything, I had this garbage like PC, and I went to go buy a dollar store microphone, and at the time the excitement to record and write something, it was just the excitement to just hear your voice on something. That was it. But right now it's like it's really how am I going to translate like this, what the feeling that I have about this message to someone else in a tempo, in a cadence, for them to feel what I'm talking about, not to hear it, not to bump to it. It's a discussion that I have with myself before putting up something, to putting out something. It's really really the process. Like I feel like when you're growing as an artist, you have to understand that like what you have in you is a gift. You didn't choose to have it. It was given to you by whoever you think created you. Was given to you for free. That's why it's called a gift. So you have to share it with someone else. Now, as the person who has it, you just have to figure out, how do I grow with this? What do I do with this thing here? How do I share it with people? And how you do that is that you live. That's the only way. I feel like I've lived and seen enough for me to be able to translate it into a word, into a song, into an emotion. Before I didn't know how to do. I didn't even know I had to think of those stuff. So now it's really like me pushing. I'm pushing myself in life, and I'm pushing myself in my art. So it's like it's kind of reciprocal. It's kind of like, like proportional. So I feel like I'm going with it. Before it was just writing. There was no growth with the lifestyle. It's like molding the art with the lifestyle. So I think that's what I'm doing right now. That's different from the time that I started doing music.
Yeah. And when it comes to lyrics themselves, especially on Dollar and a Dream, how do you go about making sure that the needs, wants, and thoughts from your emotions or inspirations get their representation in song form? And how do you know when it's fully nailed perfectly and finished when you're in the writing process?
First and foremost, I don't even like when I'm doing music or when I'm doing a specific song. Like I don't really write, like not in terms of like writing it, like taking a pen. I do write. I write everything. I can't even freestyle now. I can't even freestyle. I write everything. But the thing is, like, how do you translate that feeling to something? It takes me literally sometimes a day or 2 or 3 or 4 to write a verse, because sometimes I contemplate between is or was. Should I say is or should I say was? Because it would change the whole, even though someone might not even recognize like the difference, but you, the person that's delivering the art, you must care for that. So like I take time to get it. I don't pick the paper and pen and write what I want. I literally like in the literal sense of it, I literally just wait. I write one thing and I wait for whatever that told me to write the music to tell me what to write. Literally, I don't just make up stuff. I let people hold me accountable for the things that I write, because I think of those stuff. So like I don't just put, oh, this rhymes with this or that rhymes with that. I literally just write one thing, think of it, and literally wait for whatever told me to write the music to have the right line for me to write.
Most definitely. All right. So, do lyrics come naturally to you?
Yes, they do. Like they really do. Like I don't even, not like I don't try. I do try. I try hard because I think of the lyrics as they come to me. But when something comes to you, you have to formulate it. You have to. It's called a gift because you have to present it, right? So you have to try to mold it into something that's presentable. So obviously, like it takes me some sort of time to get what I want, or the type of lyrics that I want to get. Or if someone was to actually listen to what I was saying, I want them to get a feel. I'm trying not to just hear the bars or hear what the person is trying to say, but just to like get the word and get that person to understand that the process of understanding the lyrics is the intent of the song. It's not the understanding the lyrics. It's the process of understanding it that's the actual reason why I write it. Because in the process of understanding it, you develop these like way of thinking and all of that. So that's how deep of a connection I have with the lyrics. Yeah.
All right, cool deal. So how much time do you find yourself spending on words themselves? I remember a time when I was in a songwriter and artist, and there was this one particular song, man, that it took me like 2 years to write, and it was because it was very personal. Yeah. But after those 2 years,
what were you writing, man?
Huh? What was I writing?
What were you writing?
Yeah, I was writing about a divorce, heartbreak.
Oh, man.
And, you have like 3 or 4 minutes to get it all out in one song. And, yeah, it took 2 years to write that, and I finally got it done in 2 years, and it's a piece of history now.
Why two? Like, why two? Why two?
Like I was saying, like, you only have 3 to 4 minutes to convey the message, to sum up the story, as if I could say. It's like watching a movie or an episode on TV. Like, how do you sum up a life story in an hour, or a certain event in 30 minutes on a TV show? So that was the challenge. Is I want to say the right things and say it, clever, say it melodically, put all the mechanics into a song. So the challenge was, am I saying the right things in the right way? Am I really expressing my feelings? And am I getting this off my chest in the right way without having to say, okay, I need a part 2 or a part 3 or a whole album dedicated to this one event? So, yeah, that's why it took 2 years, man. Yeah.
Good.
It's a long time, I know.
How many times did you have to, like, I don't know, change the lyrics? And when did you know, like, it was time for you to change certain stuff, though?
That's the thing. Once it was all done, I never changed the word, because I would write it as I was driving. My day job at the time was on the road all the time, so the beat would constantly playing, and I just spit a line, tighten that line up while I'm spitting it, come back, kind of like the Eminem thing, how he would say, "Mom, spaghetti, arms are sweaty," and then come back later and fill in those blanks with other words to make the sentence make sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm not the only crazy one that does that. Okay, that's cool.
Oh, so you relate to that? You're building. This is like building bricks, building a house. You take your words and bricks. Yeah. No, man, you're not crazy. It's very normal to take that long.
Okay. Because sometimes it comes down to like, I prefer this syllable. I prefer.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I had songs, man, written and recorded in 10 minutes versus 2 years. Sometimes it just happens that way.
Really, it's true. That's true, though. That sometimes when that vibe kicks, it kicks one time, and then the regular stuff is 2-3 days. It is 2-3 days.
Yeah, right? 2-3 days, a week, a month. Yep. So what about for you? Well, you kind of just answered that question, but what's the longest that it's taken you to write a song and get it how you want it?
So the longest it's taken me to write a song was, I think about a week and a half, and it's crazy. Like, I was actually writing about about a girl, and what took me, that's when I knew that I cared about the lyrics, because I wasn't sure if what I was writing it was actually what I felt about the person. And even though somebody who's listening to it is okay, it doesn't really matter. They're probably just trying to hear the instrumental on their heads. But then when you question if this person hears this,
right,
they'll know how I actually feel. And if the person listens to the storyline, they'll know, okay, so this guy was lying to me, and so sometimes you're like, okay, this line that I just wrote, is it necessary for me to say it, and is it necessary for someone to hear it?
Yeah,
and then
you're
like, okay, you know what? I don't want it to be that rude, Okay, I don't want it to be that nice. And you go on and on and on and on and on and on, and then after 1 week and a half, you're like, you know what? Let me let it flow. Let me just let it flow. Then you just let it go,
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. Dope. All right. So, beyond new music, what's coming up next for you?
Videos. A lot of videos, and I don't just write like music. Like when I started writing, I wrote I was ghostwriting before. When I realized that I could write, I started ghostwriting. But the thing is, I'm very much into storylines in terms of books, and in terms of and creating movies and all of that, and all of that. Like, I'm really into that, and I know that I'm capable of producing something that's at that level that I know I can actually produce and write. So the next thing for me is and I like concepts. I love concepts. I love to throw concepts in people's face in a very entertaining, in a very funny way, in a very dramatic way. So the next thing for me right now is writing for my music videos, for movies, for selling out scripts, ideas for other productions. I was doing theater before. I used to act. I used to write theater pieces, sell it, and so that's what I even did a couple of extras for some movies, and also got the opportunity to meet a couple cool actors and stuff like that. So I'm really just entering myself as not even as a rookie to any entertainment industry, but just I'm in this feels to me like a draft combine, just showing your skills to everybody. Let the scouts know, that guy could do that, but not showing everything at once, because then it looks like you're selling everything for cheap. So you just show little by little, as you grow, you just show what you could do best. You can't give everything at the same time. It's a time process that you have to respect.
That's right. So if you could do this all over again, the music journey, is there anything you would have done differently?
Differently. It would be nice to say if, but if it's even just the word of it, if it's caught in between the word life, if. So if this would have happened, if we wouldn't be here if would have happened. So I would have done it exactly the same way, because the reason how I met my producer, how I met my management team and everything, it wasn't the nicest circumstances. It's through you're struggling with this in life, and then you meet that person, and you start talking to that person, oh, you do music too? Okay, that's cool. And then it's the way you meet certain people is not the nicest way, just walking into a studio and meeting that producer. It's not that way that I started doing, I decided to actually put up, because I could have put up this projects back then, but it wouldn't have meant anything. It would have just been nice music, catchy stuff, just that. But right now I understand that the slow process is good. It's it's all right. So like I wouldn't have changed anything, because if you would have changed something, then you would have gotten something different, and you don't know if you would have appreciated something different or not, because you're not even in a situation to even know whether you would have appreciated it or not. So if I would have changed something, I don't know, because then you probably would have had a different mom, probably had a different dad if you would have changed anything. Like if you can't the answering that question is would make the present look like you're not appreciative of what brought you here, you know. So if I would have done it again, I'll probably do it exactly the same way and go through the same bullshit if I have to.
Yes, sir. That is so true, man. Very true. So how are you going to keep the music of Phreeboy relevant over time, or is being relevant even important to you?
It's super important. And what I am promising, and I don't believe in promises, but I know I can promise it, because I am growing and I will grow with the art. And growth is always relevant unless you don't grow. and I think everybody does. And as you grow, you meet situations that you have to handle. You meet people that you have to handle, people that you might not like, not how to like them. It's not like you don't have to like everybody. It's just the way that you perceive life, the way that you perceive people, situations, circumstances. All of that is part of your growth. Like if you're in kindergarten and somebody hits you and your immediate like reaction is to fight, when you're growing and you always do the same thing, people might think you're childish, right? But if you grow and you know how to handle certain situations and all of that, and as I'm growing, I make mistakes just like everybody else, and I grow from it, and I put it in my music. You have to relate to it. If you don't, then you have to grow too. So
that's right.
You will hear growth in my music. You will hear the way that I the fashion that I deliver it, the type of genre that I could do because of me, like having been exposed to different types of music. I know the certain sounds appeal to certain ears because of certain situations, certain people like certain sound because of, and I'm capable of doing a little bit of both, so I can kind of blend in and grow with like whoever wants to listen to me, and hope that people will also appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, indeed. All right, guys, are y'all ready for some music? Well, we have Phreeboy. After the music break, it'll be time for our usual tradition. It is called the Hot Seat, and our fans love this part of the segment, of course, along with the actual interview, but the audience get a chance to hear some good old singing, maybe some poetry. Maybe Phreeboy will provide us with some inspirational speech, spoken word, freestyle raps, tell us a joke or a story, or even whip out a live instrument. The choice will be his to make. You never know what these creative minds and vessels will produce in the spotlight, and tonight we'll find out if Phreeboy has what it takes to be put on the spot, a test of his true artistry, and maybe even some hidden talents. But for right now, we have Phreeboy with A Dollar and a Dream. We'll be right back.
Marco, you on some shit, dog. Dollar and a dream, can't sleep. Gotta make money 7 days a week. We can pull up 10 deep. What's the beef? No money, who are you? Don't speak. Grew up on peanut butter jam and a juice box, party bumping in the bass, fire upon the rooftop. Too much sardine cans, need a new pot. Mama sweating in the kitchen, pepper soup is too hot. Too many damn times went to bed with nothing in my belly, fighting for the bottom of the rice cooker. Shit was petty, had no cable. Black and white telly, gotta meet me face to face. Can't be talking on the celly, can't be waking up broke. Life ain't go to waste. Sleep, walk to the bank at a minute when you say dollar and a dream. Can't sleep. Gotta make money 7 days a week. We can pull up 10 deep. What's the beef? No money, who are you? Don't speak. Dollar and a dream. Can't sleep. Gotta make money 7 days a week. We can pull up 10 deep. What's the beef? No money, who are you? Don't speak. You know I need at least 100 bands millions in a wristwatch. Used to walk around with a tank top and a flip-flop. Now I'm a big man. Haters wanna see my shit drop. Making money every second. Think I heard a tick-tock. Knock, knock, I'm in a house. Knock, knock, I'm in a mouth. Tick-tock. Knock, knock, I'm in a house. Knock, knock, I'm in a mouth. Tick-tock. Dollar and a dream. Can't sleep. Gotta make money 7 days a week. We can pull up 10 deep. What's the beef? No money, who are you? Don't speak. Dollar and a dream. Can't sleep. Gotta make money 7 days a week. We can pull up 10 deep. What's the beef? No money, who are you? Don't speak.
All right. We are back again. That was Phreeboy with his song Dollar and a Dream. Dope record, man. Dope record. All right. Acquired taste. Did you know that you can decide on what you enjoy? Oh my. Yes, of course you can. Think of all the acquired tastes you have accumulated over your lifetime. Many things you now enjoy as an adult. You know, certain foods, types of music, activities you no doubt abhorred as a child. Success is an acquired taste. Those who learn to enjoy the activities which lead to success and achievement are the ones who attain that success. The best players and genuinely enjoy the game. The most successful entrepreneurs are the ones who truly love their work. Many people dream of the ideal job in which they could do what they already love and make money at it. Whoa, of course, yeah. That is an admirable and worthy aspiration, yet sometimes it is just not realistic. But there is another way to arrive at the same result. If you can't find a way to do what you love, then find a way to love what you do. One way or another, when you acquire a taste for success, you'll feast on the positive results that it brings. Take that from me, Dini-Mussolini. That is my word, and word is bond. But right now, let's bring back the man of the moment, Phreeboy. You're back live with us and in our hot seat. What are you going to perform for us?
Let me give you my favorite 16.
All right.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here it goes. I was born in a city where the babies don't cry. I was raised by the slaves when the king was gonna die. No gas in the tank is a Flintstone ride. And I met my mama for the first time at age 9. My daddy was a titan. I guess I was chosen. Millions die useless. My lifestyle Trojan. I spared my opponent. His soul screamed over. My mama hate war, but she gave birth to a soldier. A lot of your people wish you want me dead. I can see what's in your head. I know you're wearing snap. I don't want to go through this, man. I don't want to give you too much. I don't want to give you too much.
Yeah. All right.
I don't want to give you too much.
Most definitely. So what avenues have you yet to explore that you think your voice and musical talents could potentially be a good fit for?
I think what I know for sure is when it comes to performing, in terms of like my live performance is definitely what I excel at. Is when it's go time. When it's go time for me. I become a different person when it's live. It's not the same. I'm in person. You can find me very calm, very shy sometimes, but when I'm on stage and I'm performing either a piece, a song, or anything that has to do with theater, acting, is something you're gonna hear my voice in for sure. Because if it's in my head, it has to come out for sure. So, like for sure, you're gonna see my face and my voice somewhere in there for sure.
Yes, sir. And one final question for you, and I'll leave this one as wide open as possible. But what's the best advice you would have for someone out there, some singer, some songwriter, some rapper, musician, such as yourself, that's truly looking to find their voice? How would you suggest they discover that strong connection to their own signature vocal sound?
I would tell that person that they first have to respect the creative process. They have to respect it. It's part of every artist, like, you know, development. Like, you have to respect the process, and you also have to be honest to what success means to you and how you define it, because even before you even start putting your work out there, you have to know what success means to you. You have to define that. If you don't, then what will be presented to you would be artificial success, and it's easy to reach. But what you have to know is that, like, there's no steroids for success. You have to, you're gonna go broke. Yeah, you're gonna go broke. You have to be okay with that, because that's how, like, that's how success texts you first. It texts you with failure first, you know. So you have to know why you're doing it. That way, when you do fail, when you get that attempt and you fail at it, you have to have a stronger will to overcome that failure. If you're only doing it for money, the first time you fail, you might stop. You have to have a strong will, a strong need for you to succeed and have your real definition of success. And you have to know that, like I said before, in terms of art, it's a gift given to you for free, and you still have to find a way to capitalize on it. But you have to know the difference between capitalizing on your gifts or on your talent to make a living out of it, and capitalizing on it to make money. I know it sounds like the same thing, but capitalizing on a gift to make a living and capitalizing just to make money is not the same thing. So you have to, before you put your stuff out there, know why and how you're doing that. It's extremely important, because if you don't know, and if you don't know why you're putting it out there, you wouldn't even know if it's actually appreciated. So you just have to get that process done before other people start judging your work. Because if other people judge your work and they say it's not good, and that does not give you the motivation to do something that's better, then that means you only did it for recognition. And also, you just have to put yourself in a shoe where you're not just comfortable in, but you know you could go a long way with what you're wearing, you know.
That's right, man. You're so right about that. All right, man. Let everyone know where they can connect with you online.
Hey, you can catch me on Instagram at Phreeboy. That's Phreeboy. You can catch me on Spotify, Facebook, the same name. So on all platforms, just type in Phreeboy, Phreeboy. That's Phreeboy. So you can catch me on iTunes, Amazon, anywhere you want to listen to my music. I am there. You can check me out on Instagram. Anywhere you'll find me. And I'm not even looking for people to come and find me. I will get to you. I will get to your ear eventually.
All right, my man. Well, thank you so much for being my guest tonight, man. It was a extreme pleasure having you
so much.
Here with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, my Vigilantes family, as always, for checking out my podcast over here at Vigilantes Radio. All episodes are available for free download, and you can grab that from either Spreaker.com/only1mediagroup, iTunes, YouTube, any app that's on a Google Play or iTunes store, or our website. And that goes from every single episode that we've ever aired. If you'd like to request music or a particular guest or send something for me to play, email it to vradio@only1mediagroup.com. If it's music, please label it by artist and title. Here's my disclaimer. We are genre free, we do not judge, and we absolutely do not base our opinions on hearsay but facts alone. And actually, you can scratch all of that, because all of my opinions are always right. That's the bottom line. This is my show, so deal with it. Nah, just kidding. On behalf of myself, Dini-Mussolini, I appreciate all you guys for tuning in, either afterwards or live with us. Spread the word, because sharing is caring. We stepped up our game just for you guys and our guests to make sure that you have the best experience here on our show. Be sure to connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, as well as Spreaker. We always follow back. That is the number one rule. Okay, well, just remember to be yourself and be absolutely great at just doing that. Avoid being too comfortable because you're messing with your potential when you do that. Peace and have a good night.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds of the duo No Longer the Hero. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com. This is a Seventh Sign Regime Rebirth Worldwide Syndicate exclusive.